Alright, hi everybody. Hey, this is a two-piece job. The house on the right is a log home, is one landowner, and you can see the house on the left by the boat over there. That's another landowner, and they teamed up together to make a patch big enough to draw somebody in to work their wood, their timber. We've been on a shitload of small jobs, and this is the last of the small jobs. So, and somebody was on me the other day to get a little bit of buncher stuff, because I hadn't got any buncher videos really on here to speak of. Well, I actually ain't been real proud of my bunchering skills, because I'm pretty green on one. But I'm getting a year and a half or so, or a year or whatever, experience on one. And I'm figuring I'm decent enough now where I could put a couple videos on. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. The teeth I'm running on my saw head is steel teeth because I top and everything, and I'm green. And I bought a set of carbides or two when I first started running buncher and just ruined them and gutted them, and then just felt horrible for it, so I never bought myself another set of carbides. But I did dig up an old set of gator teeth and I put them on. It ain't on this video, but after running them, I will never run steel teeth again unless it's rocky terrain, and I just get them off as soon as I get out of the rocks. But so my head ain't very sharp is what I'm trying to spit out. So the cut cycles ain't real impressive because my saw RPMs die pretty bad because of dull teeth, you know. But let me see, let me move on. Well, I guess that's about it. Oh, this was a real particular little job. Right behind me where I'm driving right now is the county road. So these two landowners wanted to keep as much foliage as possible between the houses and the road for a little bit of privacy. So I done all this with the buncher, and it's a two-part video, and this is actually the easier part of it. The next video will actually be better. It'll have some pushing off the house, and I think I'll go ahead and put some getting the yard in and stuff. It was a ridiculous little job as far as management intensive for what small amount of wood we're getting from it. So you'll see me do some funky stuff to try to. I'm just protecting foliage best I can. It's not really, the foliage I'm protecting is not really foliage worth protecting, but it's just, you know, for forestry, but it's just the type of foliage is just going to be good and appealing to the eye, you know, whatever, yada yada. But anyhow, to keep the video a little bit exciting, I went ahead and the other day we took dinner, and I went ahead and recorded a little bit of us bullshitting at dinner time and stuff. So there's going to be a little bit of story time on here. So thanks everybody. Leave me likes and comments at the end of it. I'm actually figured out how to use my phone to actually answer comments now, so I'll be answering comments a lot better from now on. So thanks everybody, and I hope y'all enjoy later on.
The big AM radio.
Yeah.
Did you?
That's what the motor called that today.
8-track.
Yep, 8-track.
I always thought AM was just static. That's all I ever got on the AM station.
They really got modernized. They put a cassette tape in.
Did they? Get a Led Zeppelin cassette.
Yeah.
That time I flipped over,
Stairway to Heaven. Pay on that son.
crawled out the window, and I was sitting on the door, and old Hank Williams was still playing in the tape player.
Well, what the fuck?
Get the lead out.
Fuck, I really hear two dogs but
Yeah.
ah,
I
damn.
never listened to rock and roll either. I always listened to country.
The fuck do you listen to? Stevie Wonder?
I listen to Indonesian's favorite hits. Click, click radio. What's that fucking whirly bird? Oh, Crocodile Dundee. Fucking whale.
Oh yeah, fucking lady swinging around.
I got that fucking Indian at that store going.
Used to fucking crank that stuff. Coming to that music. Go ahead.
He's always chewing gum and got a dip of tuna at the same time.
Who?
This Indian at the damn store where I live at in County. He's related to Phil.
No.
No. Up where I live at in County. Oh. I told him, I said, down the road on the right, down there by the bridge, there's an elephant milk cow. You ever seen one? What is it? I said, elephant milk cow. Go down there and look at it. That motherfucker walked out the door, went to the end of the road. Well, I don't see nothing down there. I said, no, you got to drive down there, it's over on the right. I don't know if you ever did or not.
4-7.
I bet he went down there.
Probably rode his bicycle down there.
There's an elephant milk cow down there or something.
Next time Adam goes in, he'll knock at him.
Yep, we're gonna piss him off. Adam, you're just gonna piss him off. Harka Durga Muhammad Jihad! You come in.
Up there, he ain't gonna run me off.
He gonna pull a jihad on you as soon as you come in there. One of them dumbasses. It's a wonder they got a fan blade left on them trucks, or a shroud. Usually you can hear them. I never heard one this morning. I was listening.
You can hear some of the best drivers I ever seen. He had to
How?
do that after I drove back out around him on my chicken tractor.
Go and hug the bank.
I got all the way up to the store, came to me on here, and I'll be on the fucking truck. They might get a shot.
Let me pull him in. I'll show you how to get him to stop.
I hollered at him, stop. I picked down. I just said, next thing I moved the gravel was running around the side of the truck.
Yep, get a motor mistake off that trailer, you should have just rammed that motherfucker. Knocked his head into the fucking back of the cab. I miss those.
You see it now, poor dog.
Dog be in floorboard.
So you can get out all pissed off.
Hey, now
He's about like Fat Boy was. When you tell him to stop. That damn told Matt to stop up there when I pulled him backwards. He just kept coming, run that car right into that fucking spike on that. Then we let the fucking push him or pull him out though. He just makes the road. He told me he wanted to do that road last year. And he said, I had time to put
That would be alright if he'd make it a attempt to try to help somebody do
yeah, or
something.
listen.
But he wants to talk, but he don't want to listen.
He got that truck.
I can't hear you.
He had that truck out of the road to where traffic could get by, and I come down there to hook on to him. He pulled that motherfucker back down in the road, and I said, Clayton, back it back up to where traffic can get by. And started to get out, and he said, you want me to hook you up? I said, no, I'll do it. I can get in that quicker and you can get back here.
I wouldn't. I'd have set my ass right on that fucking skid and let him hook that motherfucker.
Hell, he's still been trying to hook it up.
How do you put this in there?
I think they ought to pass a law. I think they ought to pass a law that that boom operator has to put that truck in when they're
I
driving.
think you ought to pass the law when you're that fucking stupid you don't need a CDL.
Yeah, that's right.
We wouldn't be by the whole logs in.
I didn't see how they got them.
Be whole logs and motherfucking
How did they back up the fucking course?
They did.
Between them cones,
You can miss so many points that you don't have to be a
got
good one.
back to the dot and stop, all that shit. Well,
You can miss. They got like I think it's 5 or 6 backing tests, and you got like 30 points you can miss on the sumbitch. It's ridiculous how.
He fucking had to remember to do his safety check before he even started the motor up.
You had to go down his hand, yesterday.
Evidently.
The dog
Well, it's
told
125 point. He took a big hand.
The dog told him.
Use my other hand.
The dog told him.
Yeah, the dog told him.
Yeah, one bark for tight and one bark for loose.
Yeah.
Have they changed anything on it? I've got the fucking book at home. But the books I got's only got like 45 questions in it. And answers.
Yeah, the questions and answers are straight out of the book. And then you go to the. Then after they do that, they issue you a permit, and then you ride with somebody, and they'll let you drive, and
Let you drive, yeah.
you do that for a while. That expires in 6 months, so you got 6 months to get the job done after.
I've got Class A, and Class B, and hazmat. I had the whole goddamn thick book full of it, and all the answers and everything, and I loaned it out, and the motherfucker didn't give it back to me.
Then when you go in, you go into the actual, step 1's take a written test, step 2's ride around somebody, and step 3 you go in, you do the driving test. They start out, you do your 120 or 125 point inspection, and that son of a bitch is legit. I mean, they want you to check your fucking mirrors for cracks. They want you to check the mirror brackets, see if they're loose on the door. You gotta check the tires, ICD, inflation, tread, and depth.
Check your oil too for the stroke motor.
Yeah, you just got to point and show them where you check it and stuff. You gotta go through all that shit. Check all hoses, tight secure, nuts tight secure, all your belts.
Who was that told me they went to get theirs that time? They'd studied up and got their permit and everything. They went to get their goddamn license.
I did. I failed my first time.
Well, somebody else did. They said they jumped up in the goddamn truck and turned the key on and said the guy said, shut her off. Get out. You're done.
I didn't do that.
I know I had to do all that. He said, I know I had to do that before I got in the truck. And he said, I just jumped right in the fucking truck. Danny Campbell went down there that time to get his, and he done everything and started backing in, and they knocked 2 or 3 cones over, and he stopped and shut the truck off. And the instructor looked at him. He said, what'd you quit for? He said, well, I failed. He said, I was going to pass you. He said, everybody knocks over 3 or 4 cones.
Mm-hmm.
And he never did go back and take it again. He quit right there.
On the
Jocko took his 5 times up there back there before he got his on the county.
well,
And all he's doing is driving a single axle dump truck. I flunked it 5 fucking times he went to get it.
well, I don't feel bad. I flunked it my first time. Second time, I nailed it. I think I missed 2 points on the backing, the parking lot test. And then when we went to driving, I got relaxed because I realized I was going to pass it. And I think I got some points just from dicking off on the driving part.
They make you parallel park yet? Used to get parallel park.
Yeah, you got to do all that. Alley dock, parallel park, straight back, 150 foot straight back. That's 90 degree. You back it at 90 degrees. And then the parallel parks, when you back your trailer in, your tractor sticks out at 90 degrees, like you're on the street. You can leave your front end out in the traffic, and you back your trailer in. And then the alley dock's a 90 degree where you're backing in. You got an alley dock and you back in, you hook your trailer around and put it in the, you gotta stop. They got like a line, you gotta get, I think it's 2 feet. You gotta get your you gotta stop your trailer within them 2 feet. You can, and without going over or out being under, And then they got cones, you can't knock over and shit to do all that.
Motorcycle too.
And they got a serpentine you gotta drive through, and then the straight back where you drive like I think it's
That
100.
must be a timberjack.
Sounds good, don't it?
Sound like me after I eat baked beans.
Alright guys, that's time you'll never get back in your life. You just sit there and listen to us eat dinner. But this here, that walnut, you see me scare that some fucking walnut down? That son of a bucket, no better. But no, I guess the wind was holding it up, and I cut it loose, drove over, got the buncher, drove over there to push the sunbuck down, and then it went ahead and take off. Just took its sweet ass time. But then I got myself hemmed in and had to top it by hand. But it's a veneer log, and I didn't need to wall around in it with the buncher anyway. And junkyard pull that sunbuck out of there. And but now, next week's video, I'm gonna pick up where this one left off, and I'm gonna do some hand cutting around this house. Gonna push them with the buncher, and I got some stuff where we put the boom in to show you what all we had to go through to get the boom in there. And leave me likes, comments, and subscribe, all that bullshit, yada yada. And thanks everybody for watching. Later on.